Welcome to Vibes Entertainment Live. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the vibes. This is DJ Biggadeteacha Set Speed. Greetings and welcome to Vibes Entertainment. Your host, DJ Biggadeteacha. If you're sitting in your car or you're sitting in your own room, bedroom, bathroom, anywhere you're sitting.
And I rise this morning, I give praise in my in and out. Mr. Still I give praise. Come on, watch it, man. It's all representing for DJ Biggadeteacha. Present a thing called Vibes Entertainment Broadcast. Live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Go and check him out. All the representing. And me say, I abund the steamers. DJ Bigga. Watch them on Vibes Entertainment. One love. Blessings.
He play the songs that make the whole world sing. He play the songs, it's just vibe it brings. He play the songs that keep you uplifting every time. He play the songs, he play the songs. Yeah, you don't know, say a Biggadeteacha we are talking about, you know, on the Vibes Entertainment Live podcast. Every Saturday from 6 to 7 p.m. Milton Blake said that.
Mercy, O Jah. There is a seductive spirit floating in the air. Parents, grab your children, act like you care. Mistakes your children make will make your heart break. Just remember their precious lives at stake. Yes, Rasta! Grow the youth, them a tropical Caribbean way, you see it. A guy in a Jamaica link up straight. Yeah, Mr. Jones, that you don't know that thing that's set. DJ Biggadeteacha, you don't know it go. J.R. Blessington, yeah, so we are saturated here with what? Righteous music, righteous consciousness to uplift humanity. DJ Biggadeteacha, kick it off.
Greetings. Bless up. Welcome to Vibes Entertainment, Mr. Avaran. To the world.
Yes.
Reggae superstar.
Greetings.
Reggae superstar. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Welcome. It's a joy and
Thank
a
you.
pleasure to have such a talented artist with such a great music and a great catalog on my platform. Manners and respect, and thank you for coming. Thank you for the invite.
Yes.
Vice versa. Manners and respect.
Yeah, man.
So
Thank you
all
for
that
having
said-
me.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Your platform
Thank you
is
for
yours.
having me. First, I got to big up the Almighty for, just bringing us together, and give a big thanks to Tracy Christie for Show No Mercy promo for putting this all together, So, thank you.
Yes, sir. It's a joy and a pleasure. I want to big up Show No Mercy Promotion, Tracy Christie. Yes, my sister from another mother, Give thanks and
Yeah,
praise
man.
unto the Most High Jah Rastafari. So,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Avaran,
Yeah, man.
you have such a great catalog. How long have you been in the music business?
Um, the, the music business. I started actually back in, I would say 2000, just to round it off. But I've not been consistent, due to certain things transpiring. But from about 2000, thereabout, a little before that.
So, where were you born? Where were you born? Where you come from? Which part
From
of
the
world?
Bahamas. From the
Wow.
Bahamas.
Wow, big
Yeah.
up the Bahamas, Yes,
Big up
I.
the Bahamas. Big time.
Yes, give thanks and praise. That's a joy. That's a big surprise for a reggae artist coming from Bahamas. It's a joy and a pleasure. 'Cause, Bahamas, we love the soca music. You know what I mean? And choosing
Yeah.
reggae, it's a great choice, man. Thanks
Yeah,
very much.
yeah.
Thanks very much,
Yeah.
man. Yes, I.
And reggae is my first love, so
So, being in Bahamas now, do you went to school in the Bahamas and everything?
I did preschool, kindergarten, whatever, high school. After I finished high school, I moved to Miami, Florida. So after I moved to Miami, what year was that? Nin- about 92. I started college, and I was in college, and then a few years later, around 1997, that's when I actually got active in the reggae business.
So, what make you choose reggae? Is there an idol out there that you used to look up to?
But I'll tell you this, right? You know, my first reggae artist that I could remember hearing is Bob Marley. No lie. I can remember till this day. He was playing on a station here in the Bahamas. And, you know, as I transitioned to the States and, started doing music, persons used to tell me that I sounded like Garnet Silk in my younger days. You know what I mean? But, I guess as I got older, the sound may still be there, but I crafted it into my own sound now. So if you're talking about who I admire as Garnet Silk, Barris Hammond, you know, singers, Dennis Brown, you know what I mean? John Holt, those type.
Those are champions.
Yeah,
Those are champions. You know what I mean? You're talking about champions. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Each and everyone that you call are very great, great, great
Yes, yes.
artists.
And I can call the names except Garner said because I rub shoulders with, like a Dennis Brown, John Holt, Michael Rose, Freddie McGregor, those types. When I say Luciano even, like the real foundation reggae artist, you know what I mean?
So you're well grounded, well schooled when it comes to the reggae music and the craft.
Yes. Yes. But every day is a learning experience, so you're never an expert.
Oh, because things change. Because at first we used to deal with the big reel, the analog, in the
Yes,
oldies. You
that's
know what
where
I'm
I come
saying?
from. And that's where I'm coming from.
Uh,
Yes. Yes.
Analog, and you used to use that. You record the song, you record
Yes.
it on that, and
Yes.
the
Yes.
engineer
And
carry it home
ADAT.
and listen to it, aid
And
that. You know what I mean?
ADAT too. Yeah.
Aid
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carry it home and listen to it and make sure if it's all right, bring it back the next day and say, listen, you got to change his verse and make sure
Right.
it's
Right.
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 You know what I'm
True.
saying? That's the basic of the art of the reggae music, and
Yes.
the live drums, the musician come into the studio and build the rhythm. There,
Yes.
you're going, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I,
you,
I
you
I still try to do that even till this day. Like
I listen
last
to your
week.
I listen to your music. I listen to your
Yeah.
music now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the live
Yeah.
drums.
It's a different, totally different feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
brings out a lot in you because typical example. I'm not swaying from me and you, but Cargo the beat over a rhythm, the two
Yeah.
time rhythm, and his live drums, and it brings out
Yes.
so much of veteran artists jump on it because it get a feel and it
Yeah.
get a drive.
I see.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I see that.
So that's the thing with the reggae music, the grounded and the roots, that where you came from and the people that you look up to and how you started it. It's very, very important for a reggae artist. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that's where you learn a lot. You know what I mean? When it
Yes.
comes to with the reggae music, because
Yeah.
it
It's
goes
like foundation.
it goes from grounded
You
grassroots.
can't get rid of foundation. Yeah.
So like when you first do your like can you remember your first song
Um. I do
recording
remember my
first
first.
recording
Yes.
song? Yeah.
I do remember. I was living in the States and um my little brother and I we hooked up with this producer and we ran into his studio. This guy had like like a champion studio, you know what I mean? And we did a song. We never put it out, but till this day, I still have the DAT tape that we did the song on, and this was like this had to be in 1990.
98, 98, 98,
No,
99.
before that, probably 96, probably 96. But in those time, I wasn't really serious about it. You know what I mean? It was just something that we was trying to do. But as time went on, like in 97, that's when I actually started getting serious into the business.
Okay, because Bahamas is not far from Miami. It's just like an hour or 2 hours. You got a good speedboat, a 250 engine. You beat it in an hour. You know what I mean?
Yes, very true.
You know what I mean?
Very true.
Yeah, and then it's what the place name is, Paris Island, right?
Paradise Island is in Nassau.
Paradise
Yeah,
Island, Nassau.
yeah,
Nassau
yeah,
is sweet. Where all the
yeah,
dolphins and all them things. Bahamas is a blessed place. It's a very nice tourist island. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. We got a few different islands. You got Bimini. That's where I'm from, Bimini. That's the closest to the states. You have
Mm.
Freeport. You have
Yeah,
Nassau,
Freeport.
Exuma. Yeah,
Freeport where all the yachts them
it's like a
coming.
lot of
All the big time yachts that come in the Freeport. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, today these yachts they go everywhere. So
Yeah, cause I spent some times in the Bahamas 2007. I spent like 6 months in the Bahamas.
okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Bahamas is a very nice place. I was well treated. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Yeah,
yeah,
grounded. Yeah. Yeah, I
yeah.
used to
Good,
be at
good, good.
a mall, the downtown mall. I forget what the name of the mall. You know what I
In
mean?
Nassau?
In Nassau, a big mall. Got different stores and them thing nice and yeah, I forget the name of the mall.
Marathon? Was it Marathon Mall? No?
I can't remember the name. I won't lie to you and Carl around
Yeah.
there.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. But I know they had
Yeah,
two malls. I can't remember the other
yeah,
mall's name.
yeah. So that was your first song you said you added in that, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So what about your musical skills, writing and do you play any instrument?
Unfortunately, I never learned to play an instrument. Everybody says never too late. I know if you're still alive, but no. My instrument is my voice, so that's it.
Every
And
time I do an
writing, yeah,
interview, I always tell people I could beat myself, going to school and never
yeah,
learn. They used to teach, you used to do music, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And at that time, they had, most schools had piano, you know what I mean? And
True.
you used to learn like ta fa tefa ta ti ta 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 ti, and you used to write the music. And the teacher used to
Right.
be there, but I never pushed myself. But I'm learning now, so it's never too big for learn. A lot of artists learn
Yeah,
now.
it's true. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Never too late to learn. From your
Because
living, it's never too late to learn.
as a great vocalist like you know what I mean? Sometimes you're working with an engineer and they might tell you to go in a different key. A lot of artists don't
Yeah,
know key, you know what I mean?
that's true.
Uh,
You
So when
know,
you know the
I would tell
instrument,
you
it's a great
this.
thing.
When I did my first album, I recorded with a gentleman called Carl Peterson. If you know the name, Carl was very instrumental. He worked with like Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Burning Spear, Steel Pulse, and a bunch of different people. And I was in the studio with him every day, and vocally he taught me a lot. You know what I mean? A lot. I wouldn't lie. He taught me a lot vocally.
Okay. So when it comes to the recording, right? How many albums you have out there at present?
I have, I would say I have two albums and a few singles. Now, the recordings that I've done, I would say this. You know, being in this business, you meet certain people and, I would call them sharks because, you do things and it's like they don't do it for fun, but you have to do it for fun because you don't get anything from it, you know? You just do it for the love of music. So what I've started doing is I've started producing my own music, going to the studio, getting my live rhythms made, and producing my own music until I feel like I want to go the other route. You know what I mean?
I got you. So,
Yeah.
are you independent?
Yes.
Congratulations. I always, I
Yes.
always, I always like for me, what I'm doing, I'm independent.
Hmm.
So you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about you don't have to worry about time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
nobody got to show you a sign and tell you, oh, 5 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever.
Right. Right.
Because
Right. 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 Right.
I respect independent artists, and one of the reasons why I respect independent artists is that you carry your own boat. You the captain for your boat. You know what I mean? Because
Yes. Yes.
there's a lot of I'm a executive producer within the music business for years, and I never get 1 cent. I spend a lot of money behind artists and never get not 1 cent. But I love music
Okay.
so much, I still not giving up. But when it comes
Right.
to when an artist become independent, because I realize a lot of artists been through a lot with labels, and
Right.
they lock them in a cage and try to kill them. You know what I'm saying? They can't do nothing.
Exactly.
So when you
Exactly.
become independent, it was, let me say, if you work in management and somebody want you to do a show, management might tell them $40. And the people say, no, me I'm paying 40, you paying 30. Next thing you
Hmm.
know, the management gonna tell you we ain't doing the show no because they ain't paying enough. But when you
Right.
be independent, you could negotiate. Because when
Exactly.
you
That's
sit down
true.
and calculate, you know how to go wrong the thing. You know, like I was
That's
reading
it.
today, Glenn Washington to UK, he had some problems with he had to
For
help
the
the
promoter.
promoter, and he
Yeah.
told he's
I
put it
read
in
that
towards
too.
the, and that's so smart
Hmm.
for keep your brand alive, and for
Exactly.
helping out the promoter for keep his name clear. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
it's like in NFL football. Sometimes quarterbacks and in any sports they negotiate with the team so that they could fit in and help them. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
respect what Sir Glenn Washington do. You know what I mean? So being an
Yeah. He
independent
did. He did a
artist
smart thing.
is excellent. So what's the name of your label?
Hungry Belly Records.
Hungry Belly Records. You know,
Yeah.
I heard an English guy ask you the same question. I think.
Yeah. 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 He did.
Yes, I was
Hmm.
listening. See, yeah, yeah, but you
Yeah.
look different. You look different then
Yeah.
than now. Yeah. So how long now you got this label?
um. Well, I created it a while ago, but just lately, I might have dropped like one or two songs on it. But just lately, I've started to try to build it up. You know. With a few rhythms. I did a few compilations, and yeah, so it's been a little while, but it wasn't as active as I trying to make it now.
Well, the most important thing is start, and
Yeah,
when you start, if you don't start a race, you can't finish it. You see what I'm saying? So
that is true.
as long as you start, every race got to end. A big up GR Blessington, you know, that's a reggae artist, born in Jamaica but live in Ohio. Very good artist,
Okay.
talented artist, J. R. Blessington. Yeah, man.
All right. Yeah, man.
Listening to you, eh? You know what I mean? And to each and
Okay.
every
Yeah, man.
one on
Bless up yourself.
Facebook, TikTok,
Yes.
um, Twitch. I stream on all
Yeah.
these platforms
The
going out right
your
now.
intro.
Mixcloud. Mm.
Your intro is done by Milton Blake. Yeah.
Milton Blake and J.R. Blessington.
All right. Yeah, I met Milton Blake a few years back through Luciano in Jamaica. So I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember me, but big up yourself, Milton Blake. Yeah.
Yeah, Milton Blake and Luciana, they grew up like brothers. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
I
Yes.
interview Milton and Luciana used to go to the same church because
Okay.
Luciana brother was the pastor. You You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay, okay.
So they get a very spiritual connection. But J.R.
Yeah.
Blessington and Milton Blake, the two of them like blood brothers, man. You know what I mean? Very nice people, you
Yes.
know? Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
So within the music business, from you start, you said like 2000 to now.
Yeah.
What are some of your orders?
Say again?
What are some of your orders?
Orders?
Yes, because you got
When you
such a
say
great
orders.
orders. Because the reason why I say orders, right? You get such a great catalog. You get a catalog. You get good music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I never heard about you until Show No Mercy promotion. She said, DJ Bigger, listen to
Yeah.
this artist. I called you back right away. I said, what? So with this artist there? It's like same thing with JR.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I didn't know, but I ordered by Milton Blake one time when I listened to Original Dancehall Thursday every Thursday, and I hear Peter Metro talk about Milton Blake, and that they play a song named Burn Up Themselves, and I go and get it. But when
Right.
I met to Tracy refreshed my memory. But there's some artists that Show No Mercy promotion that's fine. And it's very talented artists with great music. So I wanted to know why the rotation and why, even if you take one or two music from every artist album and put it in a rotation and get it to play and call
Yeah.
the artist name, because that's what I do. When I play a
Right.
song, I call the artist name. Say, okay, this is Avaran. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this
Yes.
latest song. This is Avaran. You're going to be on my show, whatsoever. Because when you do these things now, other people are going to listen. Like I tell you, as soon as I play it, my friend listened, he said, I want a song. Where you find a song from? I said,
Mm-hmm.
I got it from, and I explained to you. So it's like mouth-to-mouth advertisement is one of the most easiest thing
Yes.
to do,
Yes, yes,
even though you
yes.
got social media, because some
Right.
selectors don't play certain artists.
It's true. It's
You
true.
know, it's like you come on for me show now, and I could bet my life when you go away and you gone, you could always hear I'm spinning a song. Everybody
Yeah.
that comes on my show, even though they get a lot of music, I just make sure I play
Right.
one or two because it's a lot. And I don't play it,
Yes.
every time I got my show, I rotate it. I might mix it different because when you play music, you gotta know when for bringing a song. You can't just bring in a
True.
song just like that. You gotta
True,
listen
true.
to the content of what you're playing.
Right.
And sometimes I might be playing a set, and then I hearing this artist right away. So boom, and look for my file, boom, and bring it up, and push it right there. You
Yeah.
understand? So
Yeah.
so you could coordinate. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Yes.
keep rolling. So I always want selectors, you know what I mean, to like continue to listen to these great artists, them that is out there, you know what I mean, so that you could even play one, you know,
Yeah.
at the artist
Yeah.
music. I always said thing when I'm playing music, when me play, they follow, because I'm very hype when it comes to great music.
Yes. Which is good, you know?
So that's why I
Which is
asked you what
good.
are some of your orders.
Um, I'll tell you this. I still don't understand the question,
Orders is
but
like, okay, orders is like, remember now when athlete running, you got to jump
yeah.
X amount of orders before we reach to the finish line. You know, within the music business now, okay, like let me say you got an album, you might carry it to a radio station, and they big you up, and as soon as you're gone, they don't play it anymore. Or
True.
you might go up on a stage show, and when it's you time for go and perform, the mic ain't working good, they're doing something, you know what I mean? Those kind of, that's why I call orders, you know, within the music business, how you see it,
Right.
how aggressive, you know, other people out there when you go to perform within your music, and you know what I mean? That's why I say
Yeah.
orders.
I would say this, right?
Yeah.
For me, you know, like you said, I get a good catalog of music, right?
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes the music business is so discouraging. You know, I was talking to the engineer in Jamaica the other day, and you know, I was telling him, man, it's like this music business is discouraging because you put your heart, your soul inside this music, and it's like you can't even get shows to go on to even put your music out there live. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I tell you, it was a year that I went to. I used to go to Europe a lot to do shows in Europe, and I did a lot of singles in Europe. Besides these albums that I did a lot of singles. And I was there. I was doing shows. I mean, mostly you doing these things for fun these days because if you don't find someone serious to back you, or not even financially, just line up the shows. You line up the shows, I will come and do the shows. It's simple. You know what I mean? So it's nothing too hard. You know what I mean? It's music right now for most of us as artists. It's become a hobby. You know, we got to go get second jobs to go to try to. It's like a drug addict who need funds to go get the next fix. You know what I mean? So
Positive.
we got these real jobs. We making money on the real jobs, and we putting that money into music. Knowing that nothing may come out of it immediately. This is like things that we're doing for way down the road, probably for our kids or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause I'm doing the same. Because with this setup that I got here, I'm doing this independently because I love it. I ain't getting nothing
Yeah.
out of it. A lot of people think, even to YouTube, I never got a cent from YouTube yet. I don't really know how
Hey,
to do it. Because I don't really know how to do it because I work. I work for the state. You know what I mean? I'm a bus
mm,
operator. And
yeah.
music is one of my passion. And this is a therapy
Right.
for me, the things that I'm doing. So I just love it. You know what I mean? And I would continue to do it until my last breath because this is something I like. So like you're saying,
True.
I got my last little son, he's 2 plus. Very smart when it comes to this music. Very, very smart.
Yeah.
So this is the thing that he gonna take over. I got more kids, but he into it already. He just love it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Right.
when you
Right.
like
Right.
what you're saying within the music business, the next thing I always tell artists, right? If you as an artist, you got a catalog and you got a promoter or you got an agent, you know what I'm saying? And they
Yes.
can find shows for you, change, leave them, no animosity. Say, listen, I'm
True.
moving on. I'm making a change. I need shows. This is what I'm doing.
Right.
No use it
Right.
without a promoter and they can't find bookings, they can't find shows because every year, if a promoter can, especially when it comes to summer, if you get a promoter and the promoter can find 6 or 7 gig for you during the summer, you gotta leave the promoter
That's true.
and
It's a
go and go
business.
and go.
It's just
It's a
business.
business
Yeah.
because a lot of promoters too, they get egos just like some artists. They don't want to talk to this body and they don't want to talk to the body.
Yeah.
But this is not
True.
about the promoter, it's about the artist. You
True.
understand?
True. True. Yeah.
Music production is very expensive. Artists have the family for feed. That's
Yes.
why that's why when you come back to selectors, if the selectors play the music, everybody gonna hit because when people hear the music playing, they're gonna want the dubs. So a lot of
True.
artists if eat for dub plate. And if the music keep popping, you're gonna get bookings. But then again it comes back to who is your promoter or your management or the people that are around you that you're dealing with. If they can't help you to get a show, you gotta ask yourself, you go up on a show and you're not getting the amount of money that you're supposed to get. It's all about showcasing yourself.
True.
Because
It
as
is true.
long as you start perform, people gonna come to you when they come to you. Remember, they want you now. So it's
Yeah.
time for you to say, listen, I gotta get $5.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that is where it's a cooperation within the music business. But it's still
It's
got a lot
true.
of politics inside up to
Yeah.
this day.
Yeah. For me.
I got Richie Faith on the Richie Faith, that's another big artist, my brother in Canada, from another mother.
Okay.
Richie Faith. Yeah man, big artist, what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Big up. Yeah. For
Yeah.
me. For me. For me, it's like for me right now, it's a hobby. I'm telling you, no lie. You know, and I'm not working with any promoters. I am doing some marketing and promotions, yes. And even doing marketing and promotions is a give and take because sometimes you might give your money to some of these market some of these marketing people, and they run off and they take your money and they be doing some other stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's happened. Tell you no lie. I wish I could call their name, but I'm not gonna do that to them. But it's a living you learn.
Yeah,
You
because they
know.
do it here too. Because years ago when I was fixing my credit, this company said, let me sign up with them,
Hmm.
and I gotta pay. I used to pay like $50 a month, and they're gonna make my credit fix. I was them for 1 year. My credit never fixed. I had to change my bank
Scam,
card and leave them. It's a scam. You know what I'm saying?
scam.
But there's real
It's a
people out
scam.
there, We get to like a real Tracy Christie, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I know one and two good um what am I say managers within the
yeah.
music that I could get artists on for go and express themselves 1 or 2 shows. Yes,
Right.
I get that contact. I could call and ask, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So they could go and
Yeah, man.
showcase themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
these are the things, guys. A lot of promoters out there, they will tell you all kind of stuff, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
Hmm.
they're not getting you shows, you know what I mean?
It's true.
They
Yep.
take your
That
they
is
take
very
your
true.
money and get you pushing and pushing and pushing. It don't really make no
Yeah.
sense. Because for me, nobody don't have to give me not 1 cent. I never asked nobody for no money yet for play no music, no
Right.
money for come for me interview. If you want to give me a donation, which I never get, it's fine. But I'm not asking.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
I start put up a thing for donation. If anybody willing to give me, it's fine. But otherwise,
Right.
as long as I get
Right.
health and strength, like you say, it's a
That's
hobby,
it.
I'ma do it because this is what I love. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But
Yeah. I understand totally.
be, being an independent, dedicated reggae superstar like you is such a great catalog. You know what I mean? You supposed to be having shows because this is summer. I like the Bahamas now. You should get like where the tourist island there. If you get a band, if yourself is a 3-man band, you understand? I'm gonna get some show. There's a band. Must Google them. It's me and the bass players very very tight.
Hmm.
The band name Drifting Roots. 3 white guys.
Yeah.
Last year they do 100 shows in America. So now I spoke to him today.
Hmm.
They go into New Hampshire and do like 4 shows, and they're going back to Miami
Yeah.
Sunday morning, Tuesday, and do 3 other shows. That's all they got. Drifting Roots.
Okay.
That's if you in Miami anytime and they get any show coming up,
Right.
I would talk to them that you could go on and get even self open for them because they just 2 weeks ago they launched a new song with Turbulence, Cut Off the Serpent
Okay.
Neck. Yeah. And it was so nice that they called me. I do the intro for an album that get coming out on the 20th of June.
Yeah.
So they asked me to do the intro. I do the intro for the album. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And they're great, some great sets of human being, man. Real nice guy, man.
Yeah.
Zion is a real very good bass player. So that's the thing I'm trying to show you. Is it's all about who you know and
It's true.
and who you link with because there are certain people that you link with. They're just the one way all the time, so you have to make changes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But when you're
Yeah. I
making
I, I
changes, you have to
agree.
make sure you make the right changes. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
gotta watch your surrounding when it comes to this music business because a lot of people might be talking to you now, and when you turn your back, oh, I ain't really got no time. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
I never like pretensive people.
I'm gonna tell you this. You have a lot of people out there that even certain artists that you gotta do it alone. They're not into helping. If they're at a point, they not into helping no young artists. They are doing it and they doing it on their own. They ain't trying to help you. They ain't trying to do nothing like that. I tell you, no lie.
You got another big artist on the live from the UK, Sparky Melody.
Yeah, man. Big
Greetings,
up
Sparky
Sparky
Melody.
Melody.
Yeah, very good artist, man. You get a
Yeah.
new album out named Tapestry. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I interviewed him a couple months ago. Very good
Yeah.
artist. Yes. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Big up
Yeah.
Sparky Melody.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So the package they're talking about, it's a better package for for promoters. What type of package you talking about, Sparky Melody? Just put it in writing. Yeah, because the music thing now, you know, because reggae, I would say reggae is right back. Because in California on the West Coast,
Yeah.
you know, them guys take over the reggae thing because a lot of guys
Yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah, yeah.
covers
Yes. Yes.
and
They got that
they
on
doing
lock.
and they doing cover music. And the thing
Yeah.
is it, you see that's another thing, the support. They're getting the support.
True.
They're doing covers, singing back like you sang too, to 40 and
Yes.
50,000 people listening to when you
Yeah.
run sing.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you the original singer, you don't really getting nothing for it.
No. I
You
tell
don't
you.
even get in the shows. That's when it come back to cooperation. You know what I
True.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's cooperation because these people is willing for putting the works when they finish work. A lot of people do 9 to 5. But when they finish
Yeah.
when they finish working in the afternoon, they go in the band room and do a 2-3 hour practice. You know what I'm saying? And then they set a schedule
Yes.
for say, okay, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're gonna do 3 shows this month, and then when they start get big, they start to say, well, okay, we're gonna work 3 days a week here, and the other 4 days, we're gonna do music.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's all
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
cooperation within the music business. Mm.
You know, it's here in the Bahamas. It's like very hard sometimes to even find musicians to even go out there to even do live shows. I'll tell you, no lie. In Freeport, in Freeport, to find reggae band members, it's like you can't even find them, you know? So for me, I gotta resort to if I go to Jamaica, get my rhythms done, do my own productions, voice the rhythm, pay to get the backing vocals, pay to get the mixing, mastering, whatever. Boom, that's it, you know? So for me, even though you may say that I my catalog is so big, the voice is good, everything sounds nice, the shows are not following the production, you know? Even though I'm doing a little marketing, trying to at least get some type of runoff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but what Alec? Let me say the Bahamas, right? You from the
Hmm.
Bahamas,
Yeah.
born and grew, born and bred. It's social media is one of the biggest thing we're right now with music, especially even
Yeah,
when it
true.
comes to TikTok. So sometimes
Yeah.
what you gotta do, you just got to look for if one of your kids and give them the song. Let us start post certain songs on TikTok, and TikTok is
Yeah.
a thing. Every day you gotta post something. That's you gotta live up to every day. Every little video, every self you go and you're doing a little driving, you play a song, promote it on TikTok. Because in
Yeah.
Bahamas love reggae music. So if
Yes.
you start to make some small posters, if you sell for make 24 jerseys,
out of the 24, in 5 of the different city, Obamas get how the place set up. You put 5 jersey there, 5 jersey the side with some poster, and you're right. Avaran, living legend, Bahamian, with the music. You know what I mean? Poster, because you gotta sell yourself differently.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I mean?
true. I know.
You know
Yes.
what I mean? And when you see you do that and say, "What? This is we countryman, man. We gotta go support him." And then some people start do like background checks. Check, okay. And these days what you gotta do now is like you get a flash drive and you put some songs on them
Yeah.
and you share it out. So
Yeah,
people
yeah,
just
yeah.
push it,
I actually just started doing that.
yeah, and push it in your car
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
people listen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you gotta go into the radio station them in Bahamas. Say, listen, man, I'm Bahamian, man. This is what I got. I need some airplay. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
rewind back in the 70s, they didn't want to play Bob Marley.
True.
So that man had to go in the studio and stick up the DJ. Say, yo, you got to play Brother Bob.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I
true.
mean? Yeah, because sometimes some selectors and some radio DJ, they just play what they like. They don't really play what the people like.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
what I mean?
I, I'm gonna tell you this. In the Bahamas, you know, they like name brand artists. You know, if you're not name brand, nothing's happening. They like name brand,
So
nothing new.
how you think you become a name brand? When you becoming a name brand, you gotta make yourself the name brand these days. You can't give
Yeah,
up.
yeah, true, 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 true.
Yeah, because for you to become your own brand, it's like what you doing. I don't give up. When I started this thing was a small thing, my
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
And now with me together and Show No Mercy Promotion, we are building a brand. We never give up.
yes, which is a good thing. See, you,
Thanks
you,
very
you
much. Yeah,
partnered with, yeah, it's good.
yeah. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
you cannot give up. You know what I mean? Because for me, a lot of people, you know what I mean? Milton Blake is listening to you, man. Yeah, Milton Blake say yes, he remember
Yeah,
you.
big up Milton.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, so within the music is like Milton and all them brother is independent artists.
yeah,
And them man are very good artists, very good engineer, very good
yes,
vocalist,
yes,
top class with everything, you know what I'm saying? And it's still out there left for people like me that when you give me the music for me to play
right.
and then you gotta as an artist you gotta follow up.
True, 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 true.
You understand? You gotta keep following up. You can't give up. It's like the great King Cargo say that when you make one hit, you gotta step in the studio and make another hit and another hit. You gotta keep building your catalog. You can't
Yes,
depend on the one hit where you get. You still gotta go on Vice. So that when you become that brand, you get the material for gift to the world.
yes,
You know what I'm saying? So that is one of the most important thing now within the music. I'm still learning. I don't know a lot, but I'm
yeah,
still learning when it comes to the music, the business part of it. I'm
yeah.
not gonna play say I know, but I'm still learning. I ask question and you're never too big for learn.
That's true. Even me, I'm still learning. Is every day is a learning, a new learning experience every day. You
So
know.
how did the collab come together with you and Luciano?
Uh, I'm gonna tell you this. I met Lucy back in 1997 when
That's when you went to the exterminator label, fattest, really fattest.
yeah, 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 yeah. Lucy came to do a show in Miami, you know, and I had another friend that knew him personally, so I got to meet him again. So we, kept in contact, and that rhythm that that is done on was partially done by my brother, and he did some overdubs and stuff like that. And so it's originally an in-house production, but if you look at the credits, I forgot what the name of the record label that released it. Um,
It's a
yeah,
good
but it
collaboration. It was a very good collaboration.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
good
yeah,
song
it
too.
was. Yes, you know. So Lucy did that for me as a favor.
Yeah, man. The Messiah, the messenger is a
Yeah,
very, very great guy, but always busy. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
He's
Yeah.
right now. He's very, very busy, man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
happy. You know.
Yeah, yeah, always busy.
Yeah,
Always busy, you
yeah,
know what I mean? But he helps
yeah.
out a lot. He do a lot of collaboration, help a lot of people, you know what I mean?
Yes,
And I
yes.
respect that, you know what I mean?
True.
So what's the name of your first album?
The name of my first album was Short Rope.
How
It's
many
it was
songs?
a
How many songs?
full album. I did collabs with Michael Rose and one or two other people, but Michael Rose is the most notable. And through that album, I was able to go on tour with Michael Rose in Europe. So we did Germany, we passed through France, Belgium, Luxembourg, and yeah, it was that was some good time right there. That album was a good album.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So so you see, that's when it come to permanent crop. So with that album now, you should have been still touring on that album. And
Yes.
rotation is one of the most important things. And I think there's a lack of rotation. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
when you get a good album like that,
Yeah.
people always want you to return because most of Luciano touring has been on his earliest album,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But my problem was this. The record label that I did the album for, I don't even know what to say because I I made a decision not even to speak about them because that was just a situation that I didn't even want to remember. So that's why I dropped out of the music business and slowly creeping back in doing my own productions. You understand me?
got you,
Yeah,
got you. I see where
yeah, yeah,
I see where yeah. Yeah, you
yeah.
see, and I thank God that you got the strength and the courage to continue because for me, I had stopped doing recording any artists um, for the past 16 years. I didn't do it
Hmm.
because I do for artists and they become ungrateful, you know,
Yeah, I
really
just was speaking to
ungrateful,
someone.
and I stopped.
I was speaking to someone the other day, and I was like, I'm an artist. I'm also into production, and I know how most artists. I can't say all artists, but I know how most artists are. They're ungrateful and they're just selfish. You know what I mean? And it's just the way it is.
It's a typical example, right?
Hmm.
You would record a whole album for artists, spend all the money, right?
Yes.
You do up the credits, you split the share and whatsoever, whatsoever. If the artist does not sign with you, you know what I mean, but you just do the music, when you go in on tour, you don't really getting nothing from it.
That's true. That is true.
You only getting from royalties coming in, and base now is not is stream now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When you gonna
And
do
streaming.
dub plates and all them things, that's for he. You
Yeah.
won't get in
Yeah.
as a producer. Yeah.
I would tell you this, for me right now, streaming is a ripoff. Trust me. I don't know who want to hear that, but streaming is a ripoff.
The great
It's
Butcher
crazy.
Banton say that. The great Butcher Banton say that because remember now years ago when you do an album, you don't know you can sell the album for $7.99, $9.99.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
don't know you get $10 per an album.
Mm.
You sell 500 album, you calculate it by 10. You don't know much money you get. But now
Exactly.
it's upon stream, and the streaming is what? 0.2 cents per stream.
Pennies.
You know what I mean?
Pennies. Pennies. It's crazy.
You know? The
Hmm.
it's not, but who come in with it? Because but you want to say all the music gone up into the clouds, all your music, everything is in the clouds.
That's right. Yo,
You know,
we used to have vinyl, CDs, these things that you can touch. You understand me? These things that you can touch. Right now, eh, music is everywhere, but you getting pennies for this. You could have. I saw some statements the other day with 1 million streams. For 1 million streams, you're getting $1,000. That's what I saw. It's a ripoff. Trust me.
you could
Streaming,
use
streaming right
Avaran.
now, streaming right now is total promotions. You put it on the Spotify and all them places. It's there for just promotion, strictly promotion, because you ain't making no money off it.
And who you think encouraging it? It's some of the artists and some of the producers, because if they stand up to it and start to say, listen, this streaming thing all right, we got to deal with it differently. You know what I mean? But they stand up,
Yeah,
they
that's
allow
it.
it to let loose. I don't know if they could get it to turn back. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
now I might sometimes for me, I just really want to play an artist's music when I'm doing an interview.
yeah.
Sometimes I got a split, but then next year, you know, I got a stern warning that
Mm,
they're gonna shut my page down and all these things. Now, when your page gets shut down, you got to start it all over for another page. Because one time YouTube shut me down for some song that they tell me I play. I send them an email for let them tell me what's the song, so I wouldn't play it again. They never
yeah.
answer me up to they never answer me up to this day.
So that means you can't play no music.
No,
Zero.
I don't play no music on YouTube. I don't play no music Facebook. I do it the other day, and they send me a warning. Next thing you know, when I go in, they mute. They mute everything.
Yeah,
You know.
yes. I tell you,
So
it's a ripoff.
I just preferred when I get my program, play it on my program, other than playing it that when I get the shows, or else ask the artist to do it en cappella. Because the artist do it en cappella is the artist music. They can't do
Right.
me nothing. You know what I mean? Because
True.
this music thing is kind of, there's a lot of things that DJs, selectors, and um, managers and artists need to come together and fix. Because okay, I personally never heard about your music.
Right.
Okay, I ordered with it now. I'm gonna start playing it. But when I play it,
Yes.
they're gonna mute it. So how people gonna know about the artist when you play the music and then Facebook mute it? I understand they're looking at copyright laws because they're scared. So I'm saying that all these selectors and DJ, this jockey, all we play music, we should come together and try to get a platform that you must
Yes.
pay X amount of money per month for play on the platform with no strikes. You
Right.
know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, with no
Yes.
strikes so that people could hear. And I think the artist gonna make more money when it comes to streaming. Because when people
But you
hear it,
know,
they're gonna buy it. Go ahead.
with that, we got to get rid of Spotify, all them streaming platforms, because it's those platforms that's sending out these strikes and YouTube and all these things. Because me, as an independent artist who's doing my own thing, if I don't put my music on Spotify and all those other platforms. Let's say I'm selling my music straight off of my website. By the way, my website is avaranmusic.com. All right? Let's say I'm selling my music straight off my website. There's no way you can get a strike from any other platform saying that you can't play my music because it's totally independent. You got me?
Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
I got to. I got that. I like that. I like that. I like that. You know what I mean? I like that because, you know, life is so strange when it comes to within this music fraternity. You know what I mean? What's going on within the music business these days? You know, because a lot of people they get so much talented artists out there with great music, and people can't really hear nothing from them because of what's going on.
Yep. Gatekeepers. The gatekeepers got the gate locked. That's what's going on.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you tell me this because this song I'm gonna play is Eden. You know what I mean? And I've been listening to, you know what I mean, a lot of your like 3-4 of them so far. Because I want to get the the feelings, the vibes. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
this is a big song.
that song, the name Hayden is actually being renamed Fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is one of your production.
That was done by a producer in France called Patat. There's a few different artists on that particular rhythm. But for him, he is more independent when it comes to his releases.
Okay. That's smart.
Yeah.
Fire on the heathens and the fire on the wicked ones. That's your fire on the ones that lead your children astray. So get down on your knees and pray. That's your fire on the heathens and the fire on the wicked ones. That's your fire on the ones that lead your children astray. So get down on your knees and pray. They say if you have a heart of a lion, you shall see your face. And if your faith is like a mustard seed, you shall surely move mountains. And if your heart is pure and clean, your reward shall be great.
This is what I'm talking
So
about.
all these things I
Good
say,
music.
your children keep the faith. Hey, they only lead your children astray, for their sins they'll be made to pay. They only lead the children astray, for their sins they'll be made to pay. We dash your fire on the heathens and the fire on the wicked ones. We dash your fire on the ones that lead the We dash your fire on the heathens and the fire on the wicked ones. Dash your fire on the ones that lead your children astray. So get down on your knees and pray. We dash your fire on the heathens and the fire on the wicked ones. Dash your fire on the ones that lead your children astray. So get down on your knees and pray. They say if you have a heart of a lion, you shall see your face. And if your faith is like a mustard seed, you shall surely move mountains. And if your heart is pure and clean, your reward shall be great. So all these things I say, your children keep the faith. Hey, they only lead your children astray, for their sins they'll be made to pay. They only lead the children astray, for their sins they'll be made to pay. We dash your fire on the heathens and the fire on the wicked ones. We dash your fire on the ones.
this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about reggae music, you know what I mean? And
Yes.
this is solid production, you know what I'm saying? You know,
True.
and this is the kind of music, you know, when you wake up in the morning, you know what I mean? You're burn
Yeah,
the
man.
fire, yeah, especially when the
Yes.
Indian them and the crab in the barrel people them. Yeah, man,
That's
you burn
it.
them out real serious, you know.
That
Yeah,
is
man.
it.
I say it go because this is the music them that needs rotation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. Give
Yeah,
thanks for
man.
that, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a joy, it's a good production, it's a good song, you know what I mean?
Thanks.
The songs them that I listened so far, everybody is excellent, man, you know what I mean? And not because I'm talking to you, I'm not sugarcoating it, I'm be real. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I give thanks for that.
Because
Yeah, man.
because most of the artists that come on my program, I'm a down to hearted person. I'm straightforward. I never
Yeah.
really had a bad artist yet because the music that I'm looking for, that's what they bring to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Yeah.
grew up listening to, like you said, Bob Marley, Gabriel Isaacs, Peter Tosh back in the days, Born and Spear, Joseph Hills, Dennis Brown, Sugar
Yeah.
Minot, you know
Yes. Yes.
Tristan
Yes. Yes.
Palmer and all them
Foundation.
coming up on Foundation. And all, you know what I mean?
Foundation. Yes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's one of the most important thing when it comes to the music because I like this next one is this one is a bad too, you know what I mean?
Look to the east for the crowning of a black king. Who shall just send to quench the thirst of the mighty ones? Who shall just send? A righteous man must be living. Who shall just send? To feed the ones that are hungry, who shall it be? To free those in captivity. I say weep not.
Yes, I'm have to pick up Sean on Marcy
No lamb to
promotion.
the slaughter, no lamb
She
to the
finds the
slaughter.
best.
I say weep not.
Yes, I.
Only Rasta can set the people free. Oh, the conquering lion, the only one worthy to
Yo, Avaran, you're wicked, you know.
yield now.
You're wicked, brother, trust me.
Conquering lion, iron like
Put things on people. Put things on people. God come first. I will trample all evil.
Who shall just send?
Who shall just send to quench the
And I know that
thirst
music is
of
a
the
hype,
mighty
so yeah.
ones? Who shall just send?
For me,
A
it
righteous
will be out
man
here.
must be living. Who shall just
Follow
send?
the all selectors.
To feed the
Play
ones
the
that
artists
are
and music,
hungry,
man.
who shall it be? To free those in captivity.
Thanks very much,
I
Mr.
say
Sparky
weep
Melody.
not. No lamb to the slaughter, no lamb to the slaughter. I say weep not. Only Rasta can set the people free. Oh, the conquering lion, the only one worthy to open the seven seals now.
Avaran, your body.
The conquering lion, iron like to quench the thirst of the mighty ones. Who shall just send? A righteous man must be living. Who shall just send? To feed the
What's up to my Avaran?
when love makes you cry.
Mr. Avaran himself, reggae superstar from Bahamas. Yes, I.
When love
Who's
breaks
that
your
loving?
heart. Yeah. When love makes you cry, you always remember the first time when love breaks your
from the program, you know.
heart.
Yeah, man.
It hurts so deep inside when love makes you cry. You always remember the first time when love breaks your heart. Then you realize, hey, that you miss me. But the wrong I've done cause you pain.
Ouch.
Save your heart when love makes you cry. You always remember the first time when love breaks your heart. It hurts your deep inside when love makes you cry. You always remember the first time when love breaks your heart. Then you realize, hey, everywhere I go and everything I do, my time with you, babe. You and I,
yeah, man, you see, great music.
Yes, give thanks.
Great composition, you know, great compose, well organized melody, everything intact,
Yes.
well
Yes.
balanced.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's how when
Yeah.
you're listening to music. A lot of music these days, some engineer don't know how to balance it, you know.
Yeah, it's true. You know, fortunately, I had some good musicians, good engineers, good mastering persons to actually put their hands on those productions there.
Excellent, man. So, how is this year? How is this year looking for you so far when it comes to like touring, booking?
Right now, I don't have a booker. I don't have no tours going on, but I am trying to finish up an EP. Um, so that's where I'm at the moment. But hopefully, in short order, that would change. You know, because I am available for shows, bookings, whatever. So yeah.
So, if anybody want to book you now, how could they reach out to you? Just let them know how they could get in contact with you.
If you want to book me, my website is avaranmusic.com. My information is on that. Or you can go in Canada, or it depends. We see how it works out. Tracy Christie can also take some information if she's willing. You know, so yeah, we can do
100%.
that.
She always willing. If anybody call me too, I would I relate to Tracy Christie,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
she relate to you. You know what I mean?
yes,
Yeah, man.
yeah, man.
Because you need some bookings, you need some shows. You know what I'm saying? And
True.
we gotta work on some things, man. Artists like you need some highlights. We gotta work on some things. Trust me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So let me ask you a question. So where you based right now?
Right now I'm based in the Bahamas.
You're in the Bahamas. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the Bahamas right
Hey,
now.
I will
So
tell you this: the Bahamas is a quick flight to anywhere, Canada, the U.S.,
Jamaica,
Jamaica,
Jamaica, I
anywhere.
know.
Quick,
That's why
you
I
know?
say, yeah, easy, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
easy.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. All right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, man. Um, when this show is said and done, I already sent my email to you. I need you to
Okay,
send me some some product,
drops. Yes.
some product, and I'm gonna send it to this man in Jamaica. You know what I mean? And let
Okay.
him listen. Yeah, let him listen so you could get for highlight yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yes.
it's my
Okay.
dupes. Yeah, man.
Yes. Good
Yeah, my
thanks.
dupes. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just send me it and
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to him and
Okay.
I'm gonna send a picture to him and
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, get yeah, man. You gotta move, man. I hear these
Okay.
things, you know what I mean? Close. Yeah,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Yeah, I love when I hear good talent and if I could put an input and push in a word, you know what I mean, I'd do it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Means
Hey,
nothing to me, man.
that is always appreciated.
Yeah. Because these there are certain let me tell you something. As long as you get putting out permanent planting permanent crops,
Yeah.
one morning you're gonna wake up, you're gonna call and say, Tracy Christie, I want DJ Bigger for be my MC right show. I got tours non-stop.
True.
Because let me tell you something now. It's only one song. Got for boss, you know.
Yeah, I would tell you this, in my mind, I cannot get that in my mind. Like one song can do it. I still can't understand that.
No, when I say one song, right? I
I know
always
what you mean.
I always got an example.
Yeah.
The great Everton Blender used to sing all the time. Nobody didn't know what Everton Blender know.
Yeah,
One or two
true,
people
true, true,
know
true,
Pulling Jim. When
true.
Everton Blender go and sing, lift up your head and hold it up high. It's a can of worms open, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Then the
yes,
man run gonna say,
yes,
them a run, come, forget a piece of the
yes.
blender. Big
Yeah.
everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
yeah. Then they
go
go back and look
and,
at what he did
and look
before.
and start play every single thing.
Yes, 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 yes. True, true, true.
So that's an example I would use to anybody because he had the catalog. I know every time Blender big,
Yes.
big, big, big.
Yeah.
Anything
Yes.
he sing gone. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes. True, true, true.
it's all about singing the rated songs and you know what I mean. Sometimes one of these days you might then at the bathroom or having a show and a melody come to you, you gotta run and put it on your phone because that might be the
Mm-hmm.
melody for
Right.
lead you to the promised land. You know what I'm saying?
That
Because
is true.
these things
That is
happen. You know what
true.
I mean? You know what I mean? So with all said and done, it's a joy, it's a pleasure. Thanks very much for
Yes.
coming and express yourself. You know what I
Yes. I
mean?
thank you for having
To the
me.
to the
Trust
to
me,
the
it's
world.
been great.
You know what I mean? And I hope that you feel that comfortable to return anytime.
Yes. Okay.
Anytime, just give me a call. Say, bigger.
Yeah.
I bringing out the EP. I need some mileage or whatever. You call me or call
Yes.
Show No Mercy Promotion. I'll be right there.
Yeah. All right.
Make out the flyer, put it up,
All
play
right.
some pre-release in the early before it come out, and then we talk about it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And then I
Yes.
send couple copies to my DJ friend them in the Caribbean so that they could
Okay.
get it to play. 'Cause I got some very good DJ friend in the Caribbean, you know what I mean? That
Yeah, man.
we
Caribbean's
work
nice.
together. Yeah,
Yes.
man. Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
Guyana,
Yeah.
Trinidad, I get in
Yeah.
Jamaica, I get in Barbados, you know what I mean? I get Suriname, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Nice places.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, man. So, give thanks and praise unto the Most High Jah Rastafari.
Yes. Rastafari.
Keep up the
Yes.
good work.
Yes. Give
You know what
thanks,
I mean?
man. Yeah.
Continue planting the cash crop.
Yes. Every time.
Let them grow forever. You know what I mean? And big up Bahamas
Yes.
because
Definitely.
I'm glad you're in Bahamas because when my head scratch me, I'm gonna jump and come there and say, yo, I've run a day, say, you know. Yeah, take
Yeah.
a
Just
walk
link
in
me.
there. Yeah,
Just
man.
link me.
Yeah, man. Come take
For
a
sure.
3 day, whatever, or 2 day, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and run out back. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you need to my advice. I don't know. There's places you could like those tourist place. You could go and talk to them. Said I need, even though you're independent,
Yeah.
I need some sponsorship. You know, they get a T-shirt. They might get a
Yeah.
coconut tree on it. You put you picture. You sit and
Yeah.
talk to them, and you put like the EP were coming up, you know what I mean, and you start to advertise it already.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You
Yes. Yes.
understand?
Yes.
Cause we never too big
Yes.
for learn, you know what I mean? So
That's
like
true.
if you're
Yeah.
coming up, we start put a t-shirt out. So everybody say, "What a t-shirt? Oh, what
Mm-hmm.
song album coming out?" So what you do now? You get a couple of the same flash drive, and you give it to, like the tourists them, let them listen. Cause they come,
Yeah.
they love reggae music, you know what I mean? Share
Yes.
it to
True.
them,
True. True.
you know what I
True.
mean? And yeah,
Yeah.
and even self these days people go with these two boxes, and you get a microphone with a nice small mixing thing, and you start to
Yeah.
you do your
Yeah.
little pop up shows, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you got to go out there. Even though you're international and professional member, you get hurt. But this time you're wise. You understand?
Yes.
You're
True.
doing your thing, you got to try different things, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Exactly.
with TikTok, every day you do a little video. If you go out and you're singing and you're jogging or whatever, you post it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Post it with
Yeah. Yeah. True. True. True.
one of your songs, them. One of your
Yes.
own songs.
Yes. Yes.
Every day
Yes.
you do something, you post one of your own songs, them. If you say you take your time and do the video and you put it up, you're selling yourself because people get listening hearing because everybody thinks different and they listen
Yeah.
music different. Everybody
That's
get their
true.
own problem when the day done. So there's sometimes one of
True.
your own song
Yes. Yes.
might help them. So
Yeah.
when they hear it, they start spread the word. You know what? There's an artist named Bab 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 Bab. Like how I know you
Mm-hmm.
now.
Right.
I done start spread the word even before. Because I was advertising it and then my friend called me and he hear it's this same song who said who shall just send.
Yeah.
No, the Luciano. Yeah.
Father's work.
Father's
Yeah.
work, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he asked me, who's the artist? I said,
Yeah.
yeah. And I sent it. You know what I mean? 'Cause I download it on my but it's in another folder on this computer. I'm put it over here because I'm waiting for some more music for make one thing.
Yeah.
To make one
Okay.
folder. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I make
Because
one
I
folder.
would tell you, I think that song that I did with Luciano, there's still a lot of people who even haven't even heard that song yet.
Good song. Very good song.
Yeah.
Very, very nice
Thanks.
song. And I take it and put it on my page. I share it on my page. It's on my Facebook
Okay.
page.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I share it on as soon as I see it, I share it on my page.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I do that.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. 'Cause I got close to 5,000 followers on Facebook.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Facebook don't give more than 5,000. You know what I mean?
Right. It's true. They shut you.
They shut you
They
out.
keep you at that number.
Yeah. So I share it there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So thanks again, man.
Yeah, man. I thank you for having me. I definitely enjoyed this, and
Very organic,
when
man. Very down to earth. I love this.
yes,
I love the vibes, man.
thank you. And as the EP gets done, we shall organize something again and come back.
Yeah, man. Himself, we gotta see if you want to release a single.
Yeah.
This thing is me and you. I was telling the artist, this is me and you thing. We independent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
just
Yes.
let me know. If himself
Yeah.
is a during the week, I
Yeah.
could fit
I'm
you in
actually
because
working
I
on a
got
single
this.
right now. I'm working on a single, and I'm gonna put a featured artist on it. I'm not gonna call it name yet, but it should be very nice. Trust me.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
I'm
that's
glad.
about it.
I'm glad, man. And
Yeah.
yeah, man. Reggae music live forever, man.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
definitely.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Don't ever give up. You know what I mean? Sometimes the
No.
devil that's coming out of farm, strive for France.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the home. And I know I come in the studio and I do upstairs and something telling me, don't go downstairs. I said, me, I going downstairs. You're going to keep me upstairs here. Talk. I can't go do it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? So, it's life, man. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, it's true. True, true, true.
this life is not our own. We just passing through, so we got to enjoy it.
Yeah. And you get one take. You only get
One
one
take.
take.
One
So
take, man. So you have to
yeah,
enjoy it, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
So that's what it is.
Yeah, man. So give thanks and praise. Like I say,
Yes.
don't be a stranger.
No, man.
Yeah, man.
All
You got
right, so
time?
give thanks for.
As I always beg for 2 drops and them thing, you know what I mean? You drops.
No, I'm gonna do that for you definitely. Send me the
Yeah, man.
information. Send me
Yeah,
the
man.
information. I'm gonna do that for you. All right.
Yeah, man. Respect our manners, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. That's
Bless
it.
up. Yeah,
It's
man.
good. All
Yeah,
right.
so I could use the drops and you know what I mean. So when people hear these
Yes.
drops and dubs, they one, you know what I mean. Who is the artist and
Right. Right.
direct
Right.
them
Right.
straight to you. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So I give thanks for all of that.
Yeah, man. Manners and respect. Bless up. Yeah, give
Yes.
thanks.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
bless.
All right. One love.